It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video for Season 8 of The Walking Dead. So the San Diego Comic-Con trailer for Season 8 just dropped today, and the main talking point of the trailer was the outro, the Old Man Rick theory. Now, this video contains lots and lots of comic spoilers, so if you're not a comic reader or if you're not caught up with The Walking Dead's comic book series until after All Out War Part 2, then I would not watch this video because it will definitely spoil some things for you. So there's actually 3 ways that this could go. This could either be a dream sequence, a flash forward, or part of a New Beginning story arc. And the flash forward and the New Beginning story arc are kind of related, and I'll get to that. The first thing that I think it could be, which is what I thought it would be once I actually watched it the first time, is that it's a dream sequence. So somehow in the premiere, because it's the 100th episode and they're doing like a tribute, they may do something like this in a dream sequence as a tribute. Have, Rick dream about it, because the way it was shot, it definitely looked like it was a dream. And it was shot to look almost identical to that first shot of Rick once he wakes up from his coma in the beginning of the series. Now, once I did my reaction, I said that, it looked like that, but I didn't deliver what I meant correctly, so people thought that, this is Rick waking up from a coma. No, it was meant to mirror that scene exactly. That's what I meant. So, that's one possibility, and because it's the 100th episode, like I said, that's definitely one of the most likely scenarios as well. Then, going from there, it could be a flash forward of some kind. Maybe in the intro of the first episode of Season 8, we will see something like that. And it's like a flash forward to what happens at the end of the season. Because obviously at the end of the season, we will, to some extent, see a Rick that looks just like that. Now, obviously, this look for Rick happens after All Out War. Now, that could definitely be possible for them to kind of tease it at the beginning, and then they come back to it as a way to close the loop, make it look like everything just came full circle, something like that. There's 2 things. For comic readers, it's great. We understand what's going on. We know what it means. It's perfect. For non-comic readers, not only is it a spoiler because they're going to know that Rick survives the war, they probably win, but also it doesn't quite make sense for them. They wouldn't understand what's going on unless they go back to it at the end, and then they'll understand. Because of that, there is a possibility of that, and it's a cool way for them to do that, but there are some problems with it as well. And just to mention something else, if you take a look at the new logo that's on the trailer, you see it's a brand new logo. It's like a new look. So that does, to an extent, explain the whole scenario where Rick is an old man. Because in the comics, once we hit the New Beginning story arc, the logo of The Walking Dead changed in the comics, and it was like brand new. We were introduced to a brand new world, in a way. So I think that's exactly what they have in mind here as well. But I think it's a bit too early for that to happen, and I'll get to that. And that segues into the last scenario, which is the New Beginning story arc. So what if this is not a dream sequence, it's not a flash forward, and it's actually what happens at the end of the war, the New Beginning story arc? What if that's the case? What if that's what this is? Then that indicates that not only is All Out War the first half, which I'm disappointed with, but also it's not even the first full half, because when these trailers come out, they only show the first couple episodes, most likely first 4 episodes. And if that's the case, doesn't make sense because they're not going to fit the entire war in the first 4 episodes. I say 4 episodes because they are currently shooting the 6th episode. So let's say 4 or 5. So this trailer is only for the first 4 or 5 episodes of the season. And they're not going to have All Out War in only 4 or 5 episodes. That's just way too quick. Even for people thinking it's the first half, I think they will agree with me that it's way too tight for them to fit it all in the first 4 or 5 episodes. But there are a lot of contradictory things as well in there. For example, with the new logo, it contradicts with the dream sequence theory. Also, it contradicts to an extent with the flash forward theory as well, because it would make more sense for them to have it for the next season if it's actually a flash forward. Because if it's a flash forward, that means that All Out War is going to end at the end of season 8. And then season 9 is going to be a new beginning. So they should have the new logo as the logo for season 9, not season 8. And then the other contradictory fact is that if the first half is in fact All Out War, and we're not going to get a full season of All Out War, then why do they not show the new logo for the second half of the season and have it in the first half? Because it kind of doesn't make sense. If it's in the first half, that means that the first half is a new beginning, but that's not the case. The first half definitely has All Out War in it. So a lot of things don't really make sense here. In terms of what I think and my theory and everything, I think it's more likely that it's either a dream sequence or a flash forward. But like I said, there are some contradictory facts in there as well. But I want to know everybody else's opinions about this. What do you think about this old man Rick theory? And about seeing Rick as an old man at the end of the trailer? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.